Snipers, you have to see what's happening in the Bitcoin price this Wednesday as equity markets are set to open up in less than 2 hours. It's 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. Yesterday's 5 a.m. update came out so well, I decided to get up early again because exactly as we predicted yesterday, Bitcoin broke out above 19,800. But more significantly, the Bitcoin against SPY pairing is also starting to break out, which leads us to this over $171 million in Bitcoin short liquidations in 1 hour. This massive amount is set to be the highest hourly liquidation level in 2022. Not only that, sentiment is in the bottom 2% of all days since 1999. And this is for equity markets. What usually comes next is jaw-dropping returns, exactly as we predicted yesterday, snipers, with all of the economic data that was coming out, and then what we saw with China and Europe and Japan, it led to Bitcoin breaking out above 19,800, the major resistance, which is now our major support level. The 2018 previous all-time high, 19,800 right now, is the most important level that Bitcoin has to hold above. And as long as Bitcoin is above 19,800, all it's going to take is for Bitcoin to get to 21,000 US dollars, where we have the 20-week moving average, in order to break the bull market resistance band. You can see we're actually above the 20-week moving average on the Bitcoin against SPY pairing, man. What an interesting puzzle piece. I'm actually glad the chart was there. But Bitcoin, you can see, is testing the 20-week moving average right now for the first time ever. And so this bull market resistance band, I say bull market resistance band because if we get above it and it turns into a support, it then turns into a bull market support level. The 20-week moving average is what we call home base. And that means that if you're above the 20-week moving average in any trend, you are in a bullish trend. You can see when Bitcoin first went above the 20-week moving average in this capitulation phase here in 2020, that was it. It went into a very strong bullish rally. Same thing here with this capitulation. As soon as we got above that 20-week moving average, it was over. That was it. We started to see massive amounts of upside. And right now, the most important level in the immediate short term for the upside is going to be that 21,000 US dollar level, that 20-week moving average. If we get above 21,000 US dollars, here's what's going to happen, snipers. It opens up the door to 24,300. And that is what we'll call a real relief rally and a potential short squeeze, not to mention the fact that we've already seen record amounts of shorts get cleared out here just with this move alone. Very positive right now. So Bitcoin's inside of this new range here with a resistance of 24,300, a support of 19,800, and an immediate short term 21,000. That 20-week moving average is the most important level to watch. Let's talk about the S&P 500. We predicted this because S&P 500 broke above the midpoint of this channel resistance, which was extremely bullish. It opens up the door for the S&P 500 to test the highs again. And so it's looking good. The DXY, you can see, is starting to topple over here after finding resistance at this multi-year resistance level. Let's continue to monitor this DXY chart. Remember, the door is open to 106.56 here for the DXY. And so the opposite of what Bitcoin is doing, it rejected the previous weekly open and it's heading down towards 106.56. Let's continue to monitor that for the DXY. Ethereum, much and above 65,000 Satoshis now, 74,000 Satoshis, buying it some room to outperform Bitcoin. You can see it opened up the door for Ethereum now to get back towards 1760. That's the immediate short-term resistance level. Let's look at the 20-week moving average. Wow. The Ethereum to US dollar pairing potentially trying to get back into a bullish market above the 20-week moving average right now. What we'd like to see on this weekly chart is a full weekly candle now above that 20-week moving average, which is sitting just below the 2018 previous all-time high for Ethereum at 1440. What an interesting chart here to monitor into this next week. We want to see that weekly candle stay above that 20-week moving average at 1440 for Ethereum. And across the board with all of this action, let's talk about what's happening. You can see futures markets are in the red. So you can see the S&P 500 down 0.7%, the NASDAQ down 1.57%. So not looking good for futures market. Japan is up. So we have mixed signals coming from international markets and futures markets. But what really matters here is this Bitcoin against SPY chart. We are starting to break this resistance level. We haven't yet formed another high. We can still consider this a lower high, but what's positive is we're trying to invalidate this descending triangle. So staying above this resistance level to turn it into support is going to be important to monitor over the next 48 to 72 hours, as I'll continue to update you snipers. And before we get into more charts, man, we've been predicting every single move here in the markets exactly as they've come. And it's very simple. Technical analysis is black and white. Fundamental analysis is not black and white. That could be a rainbow, a myriad of different things that could be applied to the news and to then be blamed onto why the price action is acting the way it is because of this news or that news or this news. But technical analysis is black and white. And what we're seeing right now is Bitcoin, for the first time ever, testing this 20-week moving average inside of this consolidation. It came all the way down to 21,000 US dollars. The chances of us getting above that and staying above that now is higher than ever. That's what we need to monitor this week, snipers. So let's continue to monitor that. And then outside of that, I think that's about it to wrap up. MicroStrategy up 13% for the day. You can see a lot of these crypto-centric stocks, Coinbase up 13%, are outperforming most of the other equities. And that's what you'll see when Bitcoin is outperforming against the S&P 500. So with that, thank you all, snipers, for tuning in for this 6 a.m. update. And remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content. Until next time, snipers.